and Union Gaming being on a little bit of a slump right now.
Yeah, we casted a few games with them, and they kind of seem to be, you know, underperforming considering how well they actually have been playing later on this year. But yeah, not today. Also, yesterday they kind of had some weird decision making. I don't know if you saw the games, but they actually went for a base race instead of going for racks. That was kind of, yeah, it was questionable, but I mean, yeah, and they lost for it. But yeah, definitely one of the stronger teams in this tournament, and Dusa proving that they actually had the better of NoT today, so hopefully they can pull something out. And Smashers, of course, always going to be the center of attention in these kind of games. So yeah, it's going to be fun to see if they can stir things up a bit. But what do you think? A Death Prophet again, or are we going to see something more interesting? I mean, it was taken out of the pool. I only now see the bans. I'm like, what? Yeah. But what do you think about the draft? Do you think we're going to see a Tidehunter this game, or?
Well, Tidehunter is basically one of the best offlaners currently right now. His ultimate is great for initiation, is great for counter initiation, is brilliant at controlling things. So we do actually see the Nature's Prophet picked up instead, and that gives Union Gaming the opportunity to get that very, very old combo of Scarith Mage plus Faces Void.
Yeah. And it's really, yeah. We also, yeah, it's. Do you think it's been nerfed with the Void Chrono, or do you think still it's a really strong combo, or do you prefer the Legion into Skywrath Mage instead of the Void, particularly? Do you?
As in Skywrath, the thing you've got is that Skywrath Mage and Faces Void, they're both very good heroes in their own right. Yes, putting them together, you've got something awesome, but you know, Skywrath Mage is a good hero. Faces Void, he's got his ultimate, so he always does what he needs to do, and as long as he can hit those ultimates, which aren't the hardest thing in the Void.
Yeah.
He basically only needs someone who can do outside damage, and you don't really need that combo anymore, but it never hurts.
No, that's true. And I wonder if they're gonna go for something, you know, just dump things into the Chrono and maybe play him like an offlane, like just get an Invoker and maybe even a Lich or something, or something along those lines, and just push, like just throw everything into the Chrono and just hope they survive. And I mean, Void still is a really strong carry, even though he was kind of. Yeah, well, considering he was really picked up in the last patch, he's still kind of popular, I would say, right? Like, he's still one of the better carries offlaners out there.
As in, he's got that carry potential. The nerf did actually hurt his carry potential a lot, in the sense of often you see that simply the fact that his ultimate removes all passive abilities meant that he could just simply go for raw damage and not have to focus around those things like MKB and, you know, other items that other carries generally need to pick up. And now he's generally more in that utility offlane role, as in he gets his fast level 6, get an Aghanim Scepter, and everything's awesome.
Yeah, that's actually really true. And I wonder if it's going to be a PA picked up here, or if it's going to be something like we saw Dusa picking up a kind of an all-in ranged strat with. Okay, it's going to be an Ogre Magi, I guess. Okay, there we go. But yeah, it's that all-in ranged strat with Drow Ranger, Visage, and then I also think they had a Vengeful in that lineup, and they just kind of went for the E Sama, just all-in damage kind of wombo combo. Not any real stuns besides the Vengeful, and it kind of panned out for them somewhat. And Zeus! Wow. Zeus.
I'm not quite sure I really like that pickup right now coming out from NoT Today, though, as if we're having a look at all of NoT Today's heroes right now, apart from the Ogre Magi, who's a pretty tanky dude, all of them are very, very susceptible to ganks. And we saw on the opposite team, we've got a Scarith Mage, Faces Void, and Ember Spirit, which, you know, so far, Union Gaming's lineup is saying gank people in the face hard.
Exactly, and I mean, with Ember being picked up as quickly as it did, do you think Zeus is really the counter you want to pick up versus Ember? I mean, he's not going to be doing that much with, I guess Ember's going to max out his Flame Guard as soon as possible, so I mean, the mid lane, yeah. I guess it's going to be somewhat of a global strat with Nature's Prophet and Zeus, and then that is pretty difficult to deal with because you have these low, well, I was going to say low HP, but then they pick up the Wraith King, and I don't know. They could probably pick up the Skywrath even before the fight starts, but that's the only thing I see is that's working in the favor of NoT Today's strat, but you never know. I mean, the pocket strats are real, man.
Yeah, as in, it's a little bit risky from NoT Today. If they don't get things off, if they get off a bad start and Union Gaming just comes in and runs all over them, they don't really have that comeback mechanic, as in, you really need those levels for that global strike. You really need to have those refreshers to get into the late game, and to get to the late game in an ahead position.
Yeah, exactly, and I don't... with this kind of lineup, especially with the Skywrath and Ember, as you pointed out, it's going to be ganking. I don't think Void is going to be doing much. He's probably going to be sitting on the top lane or the bot lane, sorry, and just soaking up XP. But I think it's going to be a lot of gank potential, especially with Wraith King also being picked up. And I mean, Ogre is still one of the strongest supports in the meta right now. But I mean, Zeus, he's going to be the main target, I think, for this roaming duo of, I don't know, do you think it's going to be Ember carry, or is it going to be Wraith King carry, or is it going to be Void carry?
10 seconds.
Well, I would expect it to be an Ember Spirit mid of some kind, as it's very, very good against the Zeus, just simply because the Flame Guard, as in Zeus does a bunch of magic damage, and Ember Spirit laughs at magic damage.
Yeah, that's true.
On the other hand, Wraith King, he could be played as a carry in this position, go for the more early game initiation, get that fast Blink Dagger up, but I do feel that occasionally, whenever you see a Wraith King carry, you always feel they would be better in that support position.
Yeah, you kind of lack that kind of oomph damage that you wanted from a Void, or maybe even a... Okay, it's going to be an Elder Titan. Wow, okay. Okay. And a Morphling as the two last picks here for Not Today and Union Gaming. And it's going to be interesting to see if they can... do you think Elder Titan, NoT or Big Daddy has been playing Elder Titan as a support? Do you think it's going to be support Elder Titan, or it's going to be an offlane Elder Titan? Because everything pretty much goes in this. I mean... Look at this, Void could go offlane, he could go carry. Wraith King could go carry, he could go support. I guess that's the only two roles. And Ember Spirit could go carry and mid. So it's kind of, yeah. It's kind of, everything's up for grabs here for the lanes. And yeah, I'm just going to be posting, I'm kind of focusing on promoting the stream. So we're going to be going into a bit of a cease, okay, Dota 2.
However, we are going to be going just straight into the game, no customary beginning of game pause, so we are going to be going into game number 1 of the DMG League. As a smoke coming out from Union Gaming, we have Benjaz on the Faceless Void, Angel on the Elder Titan, Jazay D with a capital D on the Ember Spirit, Zendriz on the Scarlet Mage, and Daco on this Wraith King.
Yes, and on the bot lane, we're going to have Io picking up that North lane that we saw. He played a really convincing Slurk yesterday. Mystico on the Ogre Magi. Masuko on the Vengeful Spirit. Mid, we're gonna have Smash playing that Zeus, which is gonna be the main interest of this game. And on top, we're gonna be having Nature's Prophet played by Nihawk.
The Ogre is in a lot of trouble right now.
Oh, wow.
The 5-man gang he was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and that's gonna be an Ember Spirit picking up that 359 gold.
Yeah, and it's gonna be Jessid mid, and Benjaz is, yeah, he's gonna be playing that carry Faceless Void on top lane, which is well, he wasn't actually playing yesterday, so or the day before that. So they have been playing with a few stand-ins, but today it's actually the full-fledged Union Gaming squad we see, which is hopefully going to work in their favor. Benjaz really strong, but I guess would you get Not Today the benefit of the doubt and say they're going to take this game, or do you think it's kind of 50-50 on the rares?
Well, for me right now, in terms of picks, if this was just two equal teams, like if it was like Tinker versus versus Secret or something like that, then I would say that Union Gaming have the better lineup. But at the same time, we've seen Not Today. We've seen them beat far.
Wow, look at this. Look at this aggression. Wow. And Zeus, again, as you pointed out, he's going to be a really vulnerable target. And Ember Spirit, he's going mayhem, and that's going to be it for Smash. Smash taking the slow right to the face. Wraith King stun. Do we see the chains? And there we go. Smash is going to go down at the second kill in this game, and yeah, 2 for 0 in favor of Union Gaming right now. It's looking pretty good. It's looking really good for them. And
yep, and you've also got to remember in terms of the picking up Smash on that Zeus. It's not only just the hero, but many people would consider Smash to be one of the better players, if not the best player in the entire Peru.
Yeah, that's true. He's a lot of people were shouting for Smash to we didn't even need to cast the other players. They just wanted to see Smash and how he performed. And yeah, he's definitely, he also he pulled off some amazing plays yesterday with his Death Prophet, actually sacking himself twice to the opposing team because they were going for the base race and he had buyback, so why not? I mean, yeah, he's really strong, but I think Union Gaming with that pickup, it's going to be looking extremely difficult for him, and actually the supports are almost level 2, so yeah. And this top lane, do you see Nature's Prophet getting anything done, or do you think he just needs to support or rotate into the jungle immediately because he's just going to get ganged off?
It depends on how focused the Scarlet Mage is on ganking compared to just making sure that Nature's Prophet can't do anything, because a Scarlet Mage, his entire job in lane is simply just press Q a bunch of times and make it so the off lane has to go home.
Yeah.
And Aegis probably doesn't really have very much to counter that. On the other hand, though, if you're in the lane pressing Q, you're not really ganking.
Nope, that's true. And my sounds are completely, yeah, wow, that update kind of messed with my sounds a bit. That's interesting. But Nature's Prophet does pick up a Regeneration Rune, and that's actually going to save him the trouble of... He did actually use a Clarity, but, you know, he's going to be rotating into the jungle and securing his levels and farm. And is it going to be a push game for NoT today? I just don't see it with the kind of lineup they have. And again, look at this aggression. Smash. He's going to go down. Now probably not. The Flame Guard is only level 2, so...
Yeah, not quite enough damage yet.
Yeah. But do you think is it going to be a push game for NoT today, or is it going to be do we just win on the global ultimates of Zeus and Furion and hope to get the refresher and Aghanims in time before Voids gets too big, or what's the game plan for NoT today?
I think looking at their lineup compared to Union Gaming's, their entire game plan is to get the Nature's Prophet enough farm to be able to reliably split push, and then try and force 4 versus 5 fights in their favor with the global strat. Have the Nature's Prophet split pushing all the time, and then having TP in so it's a 5 versus 5, with they having the team fight advantage. Having said that, they are against a Void.
Exactly, so it's going to be about positioning, especially if Zeus gets caught off guard. It's kind of all over for NoT today, because he's the core of the strat, right? You have Furion and you have the Zeus, and I mean, if Zeus dies, it doesn't really matter if the Furion TP's in, because either way he's gonna go down. And look at this, Mystico actually rotating top to support the Furion. That's quite interesting. And the smoke already coming out here for Union Gaming.
That could be terrible as Union Gaming. They've just smoked top, and that could be a very, very dead Ogre Magi.
And yeah, he's are they actually gonna go for Nighthawk instead? I think so, but he's gonna TP out relatively unscathed, and that was a botched gank. Smash, gonna get the rune. He's gonna be looking at, yeah, he's gonna get chained up, and well, Flame Guard is doing work, but it's actually just gonna not be enough. And Ogre, nah, they can't kill him. He's too crazy, man. He's too crazy.
Yeah, as in that Zeus, he does burn through the Flame Guard pretty fast, so it's a little bit hard to kill the Zeus if it's only the Ember Spirit on his own.
Yeah,
but that with, you know, with anyone else, it's a very, very dead hero.
Yeah, exactly. I think even the Skywrath Mage at this point, once he gets level 3 and gets the silence up, you can just kill the Zeus every time you get your cooldowns off. Oh, Embers, oh, top lane. And that's gonna be a dead Skywrath. Maybe not, he's actually gonna go out of there with the slow, and Mystico taking up the fight with Benjaz, and the region of Ogre prevailing once again. Yeah, wow. I think I was 20 HP on the top of Skywrath there.
Yep, very nice team play there coming out from Union, just keeping their support alive with that crucial slow at the last moment. One more right click was on Needham, the stun's going to go out on the Nature's Prophet, and he's in so much trouble.
And Nighthawk, is he going to TP out? He does not have TP, he does have TP ready, but he's going to get bashed up. And Mystico on the background of this could go down. Yeah, Benjaz with one more lucky bash. Is he going to get it? No, but I think it's enough with the body block from Deiko, yeah. And that's going to be a 2 for 0 trade. That's, yeah, it's four kills on the board, and it's all in the favor of Union Gaming. Smash could go down here, and yeah, that's 5 kills. So Union Gaming really crushing the early stages here on as we go into the 5-minute mark.
Yeah, this is not the start that NoT today needed, as their heroes are all dependent on those levels and getting that early advantage, and they're currently 5-0 behind. I'd have a look at the gold lead, which is around about 3k in Union Gaming's favor, but it's really experience lead, around about 2k, that's hurting them so much, stopping them getting those level 6s, stopping them from getting that global strat going online.
Oh wow, okay, Smash just doesn't care. He's just gonna kill the Ember straight off. Wow, that was actually really well played. I think Ember underestimated how much Zeus actually dealt in damage, and just underestimated his level 6 as well. So yeah, I think now things are gonna unfold. Furion's still not level 6, but you know, Zeus now level 7. He's maxed his lightning bolt and does have ulti. So I mean, the plays are now, man. And especially with Void, as soon as he gets the BKB, I don't really see anything that NoT today can do about him. I mean, Morphling isn't really the kind of carry you want to pitch up against the Void, right? I mean, yeah. It's not looking favorable, and with that early lead, I think UG are going to crush into mid game, and Ember Spirit, of course, excels in that mid game position.
Yeah, as in even though he just lost a kill there, he's got 3 others to counteract that. He's doing very well in terms of farm, like the 3rd highest last hitter, and in terms of net worth, he's sitting there in the lead due to those kills.
Yeah, and it's kind of like UG kind of went off the aggression here. I think they want to kill off the Morphling, but I mean, right now Zeus is getting a lot of free space, and I don't think they want to give Smash that free space. Yeah, they're gonna rotate him in again, but I think Zeus is the one they need to shut down. I don't think Morphling is gonna be that big of a problem, because I mean, yeah, it's a good hero, but if you look at the overall composition, oh, are they going over it? Yeah, that's gonna be it. Smash is gonna take a nosedive here, and TP coming in immediately, but it doesn't really matter. Oh, they're actually not going to be able to pick him up. Just said. There we go, finally. And Ogre, can he? No, he doesn't have any mana. Nature's Prophet, though, gets a kill on Skyrath, and yeah, he's going to TP out just in the nick of time.
In fact, Ogre could be in a little bit of trouble right here, as we do actually see there's a Remnant available for Ember Spirit to jump back in, and this could be a dead Nature's Prophet. Although, we do see the Echo Magi just sitting around, making sure he doesn't come back.
Yeah. And I mean, with Flame Guard being down, I don't see him killing off either the Nature's Prophet or maybe the Nature's Prophet, but at least not the Orc. He's actually gonna go back in, and there we go. Yep, there we go. Flame Guard off cooldown, and there we go. That's, as you said, a kill for Union Gaming. And oh, do we see? No, Smash is not gonna be able to pick up anything on that lane. Angel's been doing actually quite nice for himself here on the bot lane, keeping up with actually Zeus in terms of net worth, and yeah, he's looking pretty good actually.
Yeah, as in it has been okay for this Morphling here, but like what you said, as in this Elder Titan, for how bad this early game's gone, he does get the stomp off from the Morphling. With how bad the early game has gone for them, they really need to shut all these heroes down just a little bit more.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, Smash, no. Jess is not going to jump. But do you think that Morphling fits into this kind of composition, or would you like to see a different hero? Instead of, I mean, Morphling is a good hero, but it kind of goes against the overall draft from NoT today. I mean, yeah, it works okay with the Ogre Magi. Oh, Angel could be in a lot of trouble. Nihawk TP's in, and that's gonna be it. Yeah, they do pick up a kill finally on the Elder Titan. But I mean, if you look at Union Gaming, it's a lot of, we're gonna throw things into the Chrono, and if you survive, we still have like Wraith King and, you know, Ember Spirit to fend you off. Whereas we're NoT today, they have this semi global presence with Zeus and Nature's Prophet. Then they have ganking lineup with the Vengeful Spirit and Ogre, and then they have, I guess, the Morphling just to, you know, get a carry of some sort.
Yeah, I think I can kind of see why they went for the Morphling, as in he does kind of fit in terms of carries due to the fact he can go that shotgun build, he can do a lot of burst damage, where if you're ganking someone with your global strat, you could just simply jump in, nuke someone down, and get the hell out.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Do you like them? I mean, for me, the Morphling kind of shotgun build actually became more viable with the new. Even though it has been slowed quite a bit, the E-Blade. I mean the animation. But I mean, as far as you don't get hit by the effect yourself, I think it's kind of nice, especially versus like a Skyrath Mage or a Wraith King, because you can take a lot of the early burst damage with the spells.
Yeah, as in they could go either way, and there is going to be an issue where he might just not be able to get to the shotgun build stage of the game with how badly this early game's going. Yeah, and the Morphling, he is going to have to help his team very, very soon with the way this Void's farming, the way the Ember Spirit's farming.
And what do you think we're going to see this game? Is it going to be I mean, a tank kind of? We've seen players go into from that kind of Battle Fury kind of playstyle into like building Scotty and kind of tank up instead of, you know, going all out. I want to one-shot you and hopefully I can kill the rest of your team in that fist. Do you think it's going to be a Scotty build or just a straight up, you know, Battle Fury into Daedalus into bottom lane? Oh, sorry. I thought I was going for the ET, but nope, Angel. And it's gonna be scary with the Faceless Void paired up with the ET Aura. I mean, he's gonna do so much damage. It's insane. Yeah.
It is like what you said, where the Union Gaming side, they've got the Void Ultimate, but at the same time, if they don't get the perfect Void Ultimate off, it doesn't really matter so much. If they've got a lot of other heroes that can kind of, you know, smooth the rest of the team fight out. You know, stuff like Wraith King, stuff like even Scarif Mage without his ultimate.
Yeah, exactly. And I just don't see, even if Void only gets a 2-man or a 3-man ulti, if he gets the cores, if he gets the Sooth and the Nature's Prophet, or the Zeus or the Morphling, it's kind of all over. I mean, they do have Vengeful, which is really good versus Void, but besides that, I don't see them coming out on top in a team fight, because you're gonna get a BKB on Ember Spirit, you're gonna get a BKB on the Void, and you're probably also gonna get a BKB on Wraith King at some point in the game once he gets the Blink Dagger, which I guess he's going for at some point, and ET is probably also going to get a BKB. I mean, the only one not getting a BKB is Skywrath, all bottom lane. Angel, TP ins immediately, but he's going to go down immediately. Yeah, that's... Oh, the Chrono on Masako, and actually also gets IO, and we're going to see ulti getting used, and that's going to be it for the Morphling, I think. Yeah, there we go. Double kill, and it's just Prophet trying to get out. Do we see an ulti? No, he's actually going to get... Wow, right-clicked. No, not yet. Bash once, and yeah, Nihawk is actually gonna pick up the kill. Wow, but that is a triple kill for the Faceless. Yeah, that was interesting. I don't know why Sky stayed there for such a long time, but you know, it's okay.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why he was still there, but either way, as in losing your support for the Nature's Prophet is always worth it.
And that's gonna be a double kill for Jesset here in the mid lane. He's probably gonna go down, I think. Yeah, there we go. Finally, Mr. Ko picking up the kill. Angel scurrying out of there. Yeah, he's gonna be fine. But yeah, it's a triple kill for the Void, and yeah, I don't see them. Well, that was an aggressive waveform. They're not gonna go for him. Reincarnation is up on Wraith King though, so they could probably dive.
Yep, and this Morphling, every single time they gank him, it just hurts so much every single time he gets killed, because he really needs to get the farm to counteract all these BKBs that are going to be coming out. As it's like what you said, that since they haven't got this early game lead they wanted, as the initiation might be coming in right now, the stun, he waveforms away though.
It's going to be fine. Yeah, that was... Yeah, but, I mean, is it going to be enough with the shotgun build? Because, I mean, yeah, that's, I guess, what they were kind of aiming for. Like, putting on a lot of early game pressure with the really strong mid game they have, and then transitioning into somewhat of a carry Morphling with a shotgun, and then I guess a Manta style eventually, and going into that right click mode where you can kind of just kill the Void up straight up, and he's not going to be able to do anything. But yeah, it's looking really unfavorable, and Morphling isn't... Oh, Iowa is not going to take a drop, I think. Void, bash once, and they're actually going to... Yeah, he's manning up in mid lane. They actually do manage to pick up the tower, I think, yeah.
A very nice trade there from NoT today, as in just managed to keep their Morphling alive. They gave him a lot to try and get that kill, a lot of time wasted, and in fact even forcing the Wraith King's TP back, and that tier 1 tower is actually going to be the first tier 1 tower to go down.
Oh, Nihawk, is he gonna die? Yeah, he's gonna die. Wow. But I mean, I don't even know if it's Void we have to worry about. I think Ember Spirit is looking just as scary right now. And he's gonna go for Battle Fury as his first item, his first major item. And yeah, I don't say I disagree. I mean, Battle Fury is... Oh, is he gonna get ganked now though? Mystico, stun up, multicast, and just melts completely.
Yeah, without that Flame God, Ember Spirit doesn't have a lot of health to go up against those nukes. So he is going to get slowed down a little bit, but it's like what you noticed, that this Void, he hasn't really been doing very much apart from getting 4 kills, but the majority of the game so far for him has just been one PvE game of just farming up and getting all those items, and as soon as he really joins the game, that could be even more devastation towards NoT to gain.
Yeah. Oh, they're going to scout out. They do have a smoke concealing, I guess it's 3 heroes on the top lane, and Void just sitting there in the back line. And Smash. He does pick up a Blink Dagger, so not rushing Scepter. Deciding to go for that mobility, which I guess makes a lot of sense versus a Void. And especially also Skywrath. You don't want to be sitting in the Chrono once the ulti hits, and they're going to be pushing top now, it seems, and Elder Titan doing a pretty good job of maintaining the lane away from the tower. And Benjaz, he's looking to get that ulti off again. Yeah.
Now, it is worth noting right now, the Nature's Prophet, the build he's going for is that Orchid build, so just trying to go for that single target ganking style, which I'm not quite sure how I feel. Yes, the Scarith Mage and the Ember are very good when you've got an Orchid, but they're only really the 2 targets that you can focus down.
Yeah, I guess he's gonna go for Orchid into... I guess it's gonna be a Scythe and then a Blink. Kind of like like you hex up the Void maybe, and then you Orchid him the second the the Scythe runs out and you kill him, or even before. Oh, top Benjaz. He's just gonna melt. No, he actually. Wow. Okay, he backtracked the ulti, but in the end he does go down. Oh yeah. Stomp comes out. It's gonna hit on and Mystico. It's gonna take a lot of damage here. Darko and ulti from Angel. It's gonna pop. Smash could be going down here, and yeah, finally. And that's a 3-for-1 still though in favor of NoT, and they're doing a great job of maintaining the fight. Darko still has the ulti, so he could be in a lot of trouble. Yeah, he's gonna go down there. And Elder Titan buys back. Jessid with the chains, gonna be stunning out the Orgra. And he's just being kited around. Morphling getting a lot of space in this fight, and they do secure the tower as well, so really well played. Ogre's gonna be the casualty of war here on top, and doesn't really mind, because I mean, yeah, they do pick up the tower and 3 kills, and a buyback was forced out as well. So
yeah, that was very far in favor in terms of NoT to give. Dave, have a look at that to fight recap. We do see they came out a 1k goal swing, and not quite much experience due to the fact that I'm quite sure why they didn't get that much.
No,
experience.
that was kind of weird. I was like, what? They were like, because I mean, Yuji is by far a lot of. Well, it's actually, if you look at the difference now, NoT today is actually ahead in terms of gold or net worth at least. And they do pick up. Oh, I didn't see that Ember Spirit getting killed there on the top lane. That was horrible.
Yeah, we do see the Orchid coming into play, and right now I just feel that Union Gaming, they need to kind of bring it together at the moment. They're a little bit spread out, disjointed, as if getting a little bit cocky at the moment, as if feeling that they've already won this game.
Yeah, I mean, and not today. They've shown extreme skill when it comes to the late game decision making, and they actually they often go for a somewhat early game kind of lineup, and then they can't really. I mean, it's not that they're bad players, but it kind of seems they're too confident in the way they draft and play, and then they kind of just let themselves go, give a lot of kills away, and then slowly but surely, as the game progresses, they find their A game. And it happened yesterday. We're actually almost turning a game with a Dusa versus Dusa, where there were 2 racks down, and they were actually ahead in kills, which was kind of interesting.
Yeah, and you do have to remember that Union Gaming, although they've got the stronger late game, you know, you can never count out NoT today. Not with, you know, we've seen them beat a lot of good teams. Teams that realistically many would consider they don't have a chance against. And
exactly. And finally, Lincoln's. And just for the chat, I'm gonna say Smash Camsa Lento. How do you say that?
I don't know what that even means.
No, I don't even know. It's Spanish and means something.
If you get Twitch TV banned, it's probably something.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh my god, Kappa's gonna write to me tomorrow like, why did you say that on stream? Oh yeah, wow.
Either way, talking about a little bit more about Dota, we do actually have a smoke tank in the enemy jungle coming out from NoT today, as it looks like they want to take down this Ember Spirit, who could be in a lot of trouble. The Nation's Prophet is going to come out. He is going to get the silence.
And he's just gonna melt. Yeah, the silence really working wonders here. And immediately TP's back. Nope, he actually cancels it. That's okay. They're picking up the tower. They really want to go for this. And remember, Ember Spirit does have a remnant, but I think it's gonna. Yeah, there we go. It wears out.
Yep, wears out a little bit too fast, and that is going to possibly be a 1 for tier 2 trade right now. Are there any TPs coming out? They do have them, but
oh, Angel! Yeah, Angel overstepping his bounds, and that's gonna be it for. So that's a 2 for 0, but they do get a tier 1 tower, I guess. So still somewhat of a trade.
Make that possibly a 2 for 3, as we see Scarlet Mage desperately trying to get out of there, but Morphling not being able to get that last right click of damage.
Wow, 54 HP. And this is kind of the way that we see a lot of I remember from TI, we saw a lot of teams picking up Morphling and playing this kind of as you said, the Nature's Prophet paired up with Morphling, and you just leave the Morphling on one lane, and then he pushes, and then you kind of go four man one lane, and then as soon as the Morphling gets threatened, you just replicate back and take the other tower. And Benjaz going for Roche. Oh, that's a new. Have you seen this? The new Roche health bar.
Yeah, as in everything looks awesome now.
Yeah, it's
with new UIs.
Yeah, exactly. I haven't seen the update yet. Like really seen the update. Top lane, Mihawk going in deep. It's gonna take a drop. Yeah, there we go. And Skywrath almost survives. Yeah, he's gonna survive. Masuki's gonna try to look for that kill, and he's just baiting him out now, and that's gonna be a 2 for 0. So overstepping their bounds and going for that kind of deep dive on top lane. Benjaz? Oh.
You were thinking about it, but just didn't have the leap, and that is going to be a tier 2 going down.
Wow. Just said he didn't miss the chains, but they just didn't latch. So it was unfortunate bot lane. Morphling does have a replica ready, so yeah, there we go. Again, it's kind of just immediately. And he's gonna actually get that tower. The plays from Not Today, they're actually, I kind of feel like they're outmaneuvering UG right now. They're really, like, even with 2 heroes down, they're still taking towers.
Yeah, they're just basically dancing around their opponents, using that additional global presence that a Morphling and a Nature's Prophet has. As we can see, he gets an Invis rune, and he's going to go scouting a little bit. He just noticed that Roshan's a little bit low on health. But I don't think they're really going to be able to go for it. Not with Not Today being in the position they are, as if we have a quick look at the gold, Not Today have actually managed to turn a 3k gold deficit into a 3k gold lead.
That's
with the experience being roughly the same.
Yeah, it's actually interesting because we looked at their draft and went, okay, if they don't win early, they're gonna be in a lot of trouble mid game because you have the Ember Spirit, right, and Chrono is huge, and then Union Gaming kind of didn't go with the aggressive plays and just kind of let up and started being more about defending towers than going for kills. And I mean, it makes a lot of sense when you have the Nature's Prophet who's creating space, but I mean, still, they should try to, like, I haven't seen a Wraith King Skywrath smoke anytime, like, for the past 10 minutes, I think. So I guess it's Not Today picking up those smokes and doing the killing and taking down towers. And yeah, so I mean, the only tower they've actually taken is the bottom tower with the tier 1. So,
and this is going to become an issue as Void does want his farm if he's in that first position, and the less towers you have, the less map controls. We actually see that Nature's Prophet could have been in a bit of trouble if Ember Spirit decided to go on him.
Yup. Is he gonna? He's gonna dedicate himself. Look at this. It's really nice positioning. Benjas farming away, and he does actually scout it. But I mean, yeah. And Skarmoth just really staying on the top of this Ember, and especially because I mean, Nihawk did invest in that. Yeah, he's gonna go Blink Dagger as well. He did invest in the Orchid, so you know he wants to kill off the Ember and the Skywrath bot lane. Yeah, Morphling's not gonna.
And this really is the power we're seeing right now of Not Today's lineup. Is when it's working, they can just go split push everywhere, have that 4 versus 5 possibility, and then just simply turn it to a 5 versus 5 with that additional split push power.
Oh, and there we go, Benjaz melting to that combo that you just mentioned, and it's gonna be, I think they're gonna be picking up Skywrath as well. Yep, there we go. So that's a 2. So Not Today bringing back the game in their favor right now, and it looks as if they're gonna go for the top tower whilst Morphling is slowly pushing away at bottom.
Well, why not? As in, it's currently a 5 versus 3 situation, and you've got the pushing advantage. You know, you win a team fight, take objectives.
Yeah, but yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, I think Not Today are gonna try to take top, but I mean, it's gonna be a tier 3, so maybe a bit hard, I guess. But I mean, who do you think is gonna take Roche first? Is it gonna be Yuji just smoking up, going straight down, and maybe stacking a tier 2 tower mid, or is it gonna be Not Today just going with the Nature's Prophet and then TPing or getting the Morphling back in there as soon as they can? I mean, I think it's pretty crucial now because it seems like Void, because he went for the Mask of Madness as well as the Maelstrom, he's kind of really susceptible to those ganks like the Orchid, Zeus ulti, Nature's Prophet ultis, etc, etc. And I kind of feel like if Not Today, they just force a fight at Roche and just keep up the pressure. Oh, Mystico is gonna take a dive. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, just got caught out because of that wall right there, and it is like what you said in the terms of, I'm not quite sure who's going to take it first, because on the one hand, Not Today have managed to put themselves in the lead. It's always hard to take a Roche when you're behind. On the other hand side, Union Gaming, they've got that dire advantage, and they have got the better team fight. In terms of 5 versus 5 clash, Union Gaming will come out ahead on top most times. Meaning, I don't really see either of these teams going for a pause.
A pause?
Yeah, going for a pause. That was definitely what I was going to finish that off with.
That was
Now, I don't see either of these two teams going for a Roche without winning a team fight beforehand. But I do think that whoever does get that team fight will instantly pick it up. unless it's maybe Union Gaming. Union Gaming might at the moment decide to go, we need these tier 1 towers, we need these tier 2 towers a little bit more important.
Yeah, that could be the case, and just deciding to, like, not sack Roche, but just, okay, we need to get these objectives before we can actually contest Roche, and especially since, I mean, you want to limit the movements of, especially the Nature's Prophet, right? Because if you don't take his outer towers down, you can't really threaten him jungle-wise or TP-wise. He's just gonna keep jumping back and forth his own side of the map, and you can't really do anything to shut him down. So, and that's, I think, is the problem for Union Gaming right now. They don't have that mobility that NoT today kinda has, only in the Nature's Prophet and the Morphling. So this semi somewhat. Oh, Jessid, yeah. He's gonna retreat on back. The semi, and look at this. Doesn't matter. Just go for it. Doesn't matter. We're just gonna get it. It's fine. And Void really needs that set. Oh, he does have a BKB now. I was gonna say he really needs the Aegis because he doesn't have a BKB, but he's actually gonna pick up the Aegis now. So really, really huge.
Yeah, that was a very nice play right there. Just having just enough heroes on the map to make it seem like they weren't doing it, and realizing they can just 2 versus Roche that.
Yeah, and I mean with Wraith King Aura and the Void picking up Mask of Madness pretty quickly, it's a really easy take for UG. And look at this, baiting out with the Void. Probably not gonna. You think it's gonna happen? I don't think it's. I think they know. Nihawk is like, should I stay here or should I just go back? I'm just gonna go back. It's fine.
Well, it's worth noting that the little treelings aren't going to be seeing these 2 smoked up heroes, so he could think it's safe.
That's true. Could TP down the bot lane and just risk it. Yeah, they're gonna go behind the tower. Oh, these new sounds. I love them. Oh,
they're
for the
shiny.
Yeah. For the people in the stream, and I'm sorry for the people on the VODs, but for the people on the stream, we do not have Twitch partnership yet, so you can't scale down the resolution. That's it.
However, if you're having a little bit of lag, you can try changing the www dot in the Twitch TV to something like en dot or fr dot, and it will give you another server.
That's true. Oh, Ben Jazz. And he's actually going to get 2 here. His own support and Mystico. And that's an Ogre for a Skywrath. And a BKB has been used. And there we go. Wraith King going down. Ben Jazz trying to fight this. And he's actually going to mess. Mystico's going to take a drop. And I'll try to fight the best he can. BKB is down though. And the Wraith King also used his ulti. So this is probably going to be it for him. Yeah, there we go. So
a 2 for 2 right there, and they didn't really get very much off that ultimate. As that ultimate just, you kind of saw he leaped in blind.
Yeah, I was like, what am I doing here? And especially, I mean, that was their big moment. That was a 10-second BKB charge. Chrono was up. They had Aegis on Void, and they didn't take advantage of it, or at least they didn't get the chance to take advantage of it. So it's unfortunate for UG. They really need those Chronos now more than ever because they can't really fall back on anybody else right now. Everything is on the Void. Whereas Ember, I don't think Ember did anything that fight. He did do a bit of fists, and that was kind of it.
I think he did get that cleanup kill at the end, managed to pick up that last amount of damage, but the problem is right now the Ember Spirit doesn't really have the form that he needs to be that carry at the moment. He's got his Battle Fury, which is awesome, but after that he kind of hasn't picked up anything else.
Oh, top, and I don't even need to commentate that because I think Skywrath is going to take a dive into the well.
And Eltine needs to be a little bit careful as well, as we do see that, just look at this map control you're seeing out of the NoT Today squad. As we do see the Morphling jumping in on this Wraith King, and he's very, very dead. Yeah,
and he does pick up the shotgun as we talked about. So yeah, it's actually, he got the farm, and 30 minutes in, we're seeing Morphling as well as Void pretty much neck and neck. But it just seems like Io is stretching the Morphling to the absolute limit and getting the most out of it, whereas Void, yeah, the Chronos need to land right about now, and he's gonna get Morphling. That's kind of it. And that's a swap. There we go. And he's gonna keep fighting. Benjaz does not have a BKB, and that's gonna be it for him. And there you go. So it was an Nature's Prophet for 4 kills, I guess, in total. And Smash gonna be walking into the base. I'm not sure what he wants to pick up here. This is looking very scary for Union Gaming. They could they could potentially lose the Rax right now. I mean, Void doesn't have buyback. Neither does Ember. And this is gonna be Rax, dude. This is gonna be...
Yeah, it definitely is, and I just feel in that team fight, the initiation again from the Void just wasn't there. He didn't have his BKB up, meaning he kind of had to hit a really, really good Chronosphere, and he just didn't.
Nope. I mean, and you have to get bench plus 2, 3, maybe even 4, the entire... Oh, Bazooka. He's not gonna take a dive, he's actually just fine, and that's gonna be it for Skyrath, as well as... Oh, Wraithking does have his ulti. Are we gonna see a stomp? Yes, but is it gonna be? It's gonna be enough. It's gonna be oh, Morphling. Mystico. Yeah, he doesn't care. Morphling is out of control. He just picked up a triple kill, and melee racks are down. So yeah, and doing the smart thing, going back. Void is up, and even though he doesn't have Chrono, he's pretty scary to deal with. So yeah.
Yeah. This Void does still have some farm and some comeback potential, but right now, not today. After that disastrous start, they've hit 10k lead in terms of net worth, and they're just running through the opposing team right now, mostly because they just haven't had the counter team fights initiation that Union Gaming really should be having with this lineup.
Yeah. Only Hawk going for the greedy. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. BKB. But again, these BKBs, they're purely being used defensively, which is really unfortunate for Union Gaming.
Paving the way for future disaster, Dire's middle barracks have fallen.
Yeah. And because it's gonna fall off eventually. I mean, the more not today, I mean, oh, Smash, it's gonna find out Benjaz, and Chrono does get used, but it's gonna be swapped out. And look at that positioning from not today. Are they gonna be able to catch him?
Oh, Benjaz is stuck. He's very, very stuck. Oh, they're gonna realize he's stuck. Yes, they are.
Yeah, wow, that was unfortunate.
In my dreams.
He's just sat there like, I hate everything.
I don't wanna go. I don't wanna play Dota anymore. GG. It's gonna be a GG call. So, not today. Taking game 1. Pretty convincingly as well, I think.
And this has to be a really huge mental downer for Union Gaming. They got